morning. Welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, March 17th, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. New York-based specialty insurer AmTrust, which has a syndicate in London, had delayed the release of its fourth quarter financial reports several weeks ago. Now they're warning that the financial reports for the last 3 years, quote, should no longer be relied upon and will be restated. The company said the consolidated financial statements for 2014 and 2015, as well as those for the first 9 months of 2016, are unreliable. They also said its annual report for last year would be delayed. According to the CEO, Barry Ziskin, both the restatements are not expected to have a material impact on the business. The insurer said that the previously reported figures for gross written premium, net earned premium, and loss adjustment expenses would remain unchanged. So those are the big numbers for an insurer. The restatements apparently relate to two errors in the company's historical financial statements, one dealing with upfront recognition of a portion of warranty contract revenue, and the other one dealing with bonuses and when they were expensed. But according to AmTrust, they will not have a material impact on the reported numbers anyway. In Peru, the flooding has worsened. We've been watching this for the past week or so, but today it's reached the point where we feel we will report it. Muddy water is spilling into streets, and a new round of unusually heavy rains that has killed at least 15 people in Peru and is now threatening the capital of Lima. Lima has a city of 10 million people. It's a desert city. It almost never rains there. The intense rains and mudslides have caught residents of the capital by surprise. In one of the more dramatic incidents, 30 miles south of downtown, stunned residents watched as a woman escaped after being swept into an avalanche of mud. Included in the avalanche of mud were wood debris and farm animals, all moving down a main street in a town in the suburbs of Lima. The woman was rescued. Authorities say that they expect the rains caused by El Nino to continue for another 2 weeks. 12,000 homes have been destroyed by the storms this year, and in total, some 62 people have died. The central river running through Lima, the Guayacolaro, has now reached unprecedented flood levels. Schools nationwide have suspended classes. 7 of the nation's most dangerous criminals were temporarily transported to another jail after a jail near the prison threatened to be inundated with water. Sicily's Mount Etna volcano unleashed an explosion yesterday, hurling molten rocks and steam that rained down on tourists, journalists, as well as a volcanologist, a scientist who happened to be there. 10 people were reported injured. The tourists were drawn to Etna to observe the spectacle of one of the world's only active volcanoes. They were caught by surprise when its flowing magma hit thick snow, causing a steam event that ended up raining rock and other material down on them. Authorities say about 35 tourists were on the volcano when the explosion occurred, but fortunately nobody was killed. The capital of North Carolina, Raleigh, is under a little bit of an emergency condition this morning. Authorities are warning people to avoid downtown. This is after a 5-alarm fire erupted last night at a 7-story apartment building under construction. The fire started about 10 p.m. It was not put out till about 2 a.m. About 140 firefighters were involved. The fire spread to 10 other neighboring buildings and also caused the collapse of a construction crane that had been being used to construct the unfinished apartments. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is now in South Korea. After a visit to the demilitarized zone separating North and South Korea, Tillerson said that the American policy of strategic patience with North Korea is over and suggested it may decide to take a preemptive military strike against North Korea. Tillerson said the action was on the table if the threat from North Korea's weapons program will require it. Tillerson was blunt. The previous policy of negotiation with North Korea has ended. North Korea, of course, has conducted nuclear and missile tests in recent years and says that it's close to testing a long-range missile capable of carrying nuclear warheads and reaching the United States. Now here's an awful story. It's from Auckland, New Zealand. A security sniffer dog that escaped its leash and ended up grounding about 16 flights at the Auckland, New Zealand airport earlier today has been shot dead by police, triggering fury in New Zealand. The 10-month-old dog apparently escaped from his handler at about 4:30 a.m. local time, ran through a gate that had been left open in a security area and onto the runways. Despite a massive effort to try to find the dog in the pitch black darkness, he was finally located, but he wouldn't let anyone near him, and he kept sprinting across runways. Authorities said, "We tried everything, food, toys, other dogs, but nothing would work. The area was too vast and too open to erect temporary fencing. We exhausted every option available and could not catch it." Airport officials finally ordered the police to shoot the dog. They did. When asked why the dog could not be tranquilized, he said they don't have tranquilizer guns at the airport and the police don't have them either. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back, tell you. If not, we'll see you Monday. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day.